Imagine this. Fiery skies ablaze with crimson flames, oceans rising and swallowing the land, mountains crumbling into dust, and the very fabric of reality tearing apart. The world is not just ending, it's unraveling in the most epic way possible. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ever sat around with friends, tossing around ideas about how the world might end? Forget zombies or asteroids. Today, we're diving into one of the most mind-blowing end-of-the-world stories ever told. That's right, we're talking about Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse. Before we jump into the chaos, let's get to know the world of Norse mythology. So, who were the Norse? Well, they were the people of Scandinavia, think Vikings. But beyond raiding and seafaring, they had a rich tapestry of myths that explained the universe around them. Let's meet some key players. Odin, the Allfather. He's the chief god, wise, one-eyed, and always in search of knowledge. Thor, god of thunder, Odin's son, known for his mighty hammer Mjolnir and his strength. Loki, the trickster, a shapeshifter with a knack for causing trouble. Freya, goddess of love, beauty, and war. She rides a chariot pulled by cats. How cool is that? Tyr, the brave god of war who sacrificed his hand to trap the monstrous wolf. And let's not forget the creatures. Fenrir, the giant wolf destined to play a key role in Ragnarok. Jormungandr, the world serpent, so massive it encircles the earth. Hel, goddess of the underworld, ruling over those who didn't die gloriously in battle. These characters and their stories form the backbone of Norse myths and set the stage for the dramatic events of Ragnarok. So, how did the Norse people know about Ragnarok? Their stories were passed down orally and later written in texts like the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda. These are basically the Viking sagas. Think of them as epic storybooks filled with gods, heroes, and cosmic battles. One key prophecy comes from a seeress who spills the beans to Odin himself. She warns him of the doom awaiting the gods and the signs leading up to it. Spoiler: it's not a happy ending. This prophecy outlines the chain of events that will unfold, and despite knowing what's coming, the gods are powerless to prevent it. Talk about destiny. The first major event leading to Ragnarok is the death of Balder, the god of light and purity. Balder has disturbing dreams about his own death. His mother, Frigg, freaks out, pun intended, and gets everything in existence to swear not to harm him. Everything except for mistletoe, which she thought was too insignificant. Enter Loki, ever the mischief maker. He crafts a dart, or arrow, out of mistletoe. During a game where the gods throw things at Balder for fun, since he can't be hurt, Loki hands the dart to Balder's blind brother, Hod, and guides his hand. The dart strikes Balder, and he falls dead. Ouch! The gods are devastated. Balder was beloved, and his death is a massive cosmic no-no. As punishment, Loki is bound to a rock, with a serpent dripping venom onto his face. His writhing in pain causes earthquakes. Not the best way to spend eternity, right? With Balder gone, things start to go downhill, fast. Fimbulwinter arrives, a harrowing, 3-year-long winter with no summers in between. Imagine endless cold, blizzards, and darkness. The human world plunges into chaos. Wars break out. Morality collapses. It's every person for themselves. Nature goes haywire. The sun and moon are swallowed by wolves, plunging the world into darkness. Stars vanish from the sky. Massive earthquakes shake the very foundations of the earth. Even the great world tree, Yggdrasil, trembles. It's like the universe itself is shuddering. As the natural world unravels, the enemies of the gods make their move. In Jotunheim, the land of giants, the giants prepare for war. The ship Nogfar sets sail, crafted entirely from the fingernails and toenails of the dead. Yeah, it's as creepy as it sounds. They've been collecting those nails for this very moment. Loki, having escaped his bonds, captains Nogfar, leading the giants toward the battlefield. Meanwhile, Fenrir breaks free from his chains and roams the land, his jaws stretching from earth to sky. Jormungandr rises from the sea, causing massive floods and spewing poison into the sky and sea. The fire giants, led by Surtur, march from Muspelheim, wielding flaming swords. It's like all the villains teaming up in one massive crossover event. All forces converge on the Vigrid plain, a battlefield stretching as far as the eye can see. The gods, fully aware of the grim outcome, march out of Asgard to meet their foes. It's the ultimate showdown. Key battles ensue. Odin versus Fenrir. Odin fights bravely but is swallowed whole by the monstrous wolf. His death marks a significant loss for the gods. Thor versus Jormungandr. Thor manages to kill the world serpent but takes only 9 steps before succumbing to its venom. Both fall, marking the end of the protector of mankind. Freyr versus Surtur. Without his magical sword, which he gave away for love, classic mistake, Freyr is no match for Surtur and is slain. Tyr versus Garm. The god of war faces off against the Hellhound. They kill each other in a fierce battle. Heimdall versus Loki. The watchmen of the gods and the trickster meet in combat, delivering fatal wounds to each other. Amidst the chaos, Surtur fulfills his destiny by swinging his flaming sword and setting the entire world ablaze. The flames consume everything. With the gods fallen and the world on fire, the end seems absolute. Asgard and Midgard are engulfed in flames. Mountains crumble, and the earth sinks into the sea. Everything is consumed, land, sea, and sky. The universe returns to a void, silent and empty. It's the ultimate reset button. But here's the twist. It's not the end, but a new beginning. From the sea, a new earth rises, green and full of life. Rivers flow again. Fields grow without needing to be sown. An eagle soars overhead, symbolizing freedom and renewal. Surviving gods emerge. Vidar and Vali, sons of Odin, survive the catastrophe. Modi and Magni, sons of Thor, inherit their father's hammer. Balder and Hod return from the realm of the dead, reconciled and ready to lead. Humanity gets a reboot too. 2 humans, Leif and Liftrazir, who hid in a sacred wood, emerge to repopulate the earth. Their names mean life and striving after life, fitting for the new beginning. In this renewed world, the surviving gods and humans live in harmony. There's no more conflict between gods and giants. A golden age begins, filled with peace and prosperity. The fields yield bountiful harvests without toil. It's a fresh start, free from the shadows of the past. But some tales hint that this cycle might repeat. That time is a loop, and another Ragnarok could be in the distant future. So, what's the deeper meaning behind Ragnarok? Fate and destiny. The Norse believed strongly in fate. The gods knew their destiny but couldn't change it. It's about facing inevitable outcomes with courage. Cyclical time. Unlike the linear time concept many of us have today, Norse mythology sees time as cyclical. Endings lead to new beginnings in an endless loop. Mortality and renewal. Ragnarok shows that destruction isn't just an end, it's a precursor to rebirth. It's a reminder that from chaos and loss, something new and potentially better can emerge. These themes are timeless and resonate with many aspects of human experience, even today. Ragnarok has had a huge impact on modern culture, literature and media. From Wagner's operas to books like Neil Gaiman's American Gods, Norse myths have inspired countless works. Movies. The Marvel Cinematic Universe brings characters like Thor and Loki to life, although with a lot of creative liberties. Thor: Ragnarok gives a flashy, albeit not entirely accurate, depiction of the events. Video games. Titles like God of War and Assassin's Creed Valhalla dive deep into Norse mythology, allowing players to experience these legends firsthand. But with popularity come misconceptions. Loki isn't just a villain. In the myths, Loki is a complex character, not just the bad guy. Ragnarok isn't avoidable. In some modern stories, the apocalypse can be stopped, but in Norse mythology, it's inevitable. Despite these, the essence of Ragnarok continues to fascinate and inspire. So there you have it, the epic tale of Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse. We've explored how the world ends and begins anew in Norse mythology, highlighting themes of destiny, courage, and renewal. These ancient stories offer us a window into how the Norse people viewed life, death, and the cosmos, a perspective that, in many ways, still holds relevance today. What do you think about Ragnarok? Does the idea of an endless cycle of destruction and rebirth resonate with you? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through Norse mythology, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more epic tales and explorations. A huge shout out to all the amazing artists and historians who bring these myths to life. Stay tuned for our next adventure. We'll be diving into the mysteries of ancient Egypt.